Hi, let's see about finishing this one up. It's pretty close. I think all I'm gonna do is make this one a little bit darker. Oh yes, I think I may have done some in between the last video because I was videotaping and then ran out of storage. I'm not sure. Either way, this is where I am now. These have almost gotten a little bit too dark for me, and I could think about trying to lift out some, but I'm going to call it. It's been a good study, and I'm going to accept it for what it is and what I have learned, and let it sit for a while, and who knows, maybe someday I'll get a hankering and stumble across it and say, "Ooh, I want to alter that." Either way, let's get it's not critical to have this paint in here, but these are my two colors I'm using on this one, the Nickel Azo Yellow and Quin Magenta. So over here it's going to be mostly Nickel Azo Yellow with a little bit of Quin Magenta, but I want to make sure I don't get too orangey, but a little bit darker. I'm using, I'm not sure which brush I was using. Yeah, that's nice. Last time. I got several thoughts going on in my brain at once. Dabbing in a little bit of darker color down towards the bottom there. Yeah. He said convincingly, sort of, not really. I'm not sure if I want to put ever so tiny amount of a little bit more orangey color in that first one. Oh, let's put something, a really watery glaze. Almost like you didn't even put it there, but it's going to adjust it just a touch more to sort of read as really being connected with the rest of these colors. At least that's my hope. Let's see what happens here. That even might have been not quite watery enough, but I just rinsed out the rest of the color that was in my brush, coming back with just some water. I think I'm going to try to coax what little color was there sort of around, and maybe a little bit down here towards the bottom too. So there'll be a slight change in value in that shape, and all those things have the subtle but significant impact. I think I'm going to call that done. And the reason I'm not sounding that convincing is partly because if I was to really do this, well, yes, this was great in practicing these colors, but there's something about the dark shadowy being not cool enough, and I could play with how to do that. But this particular combination of colors makes some great things, but if I was to use them to really sort of do something like this, I would I would probably begin to add in a cool dark as I started getting darker, like indigo or something, to make it read more as being of one color, but a lit and lighter value version of that color all the way to a dark and shaded version of that color. But anyway, cool. Okay.